Hello potatoes and welcome back to my channel. My name is Amber and I am an intuitive healer and I channel messages from spirit that help you along your path. And today's message is all about what is coming next. And so we have three piles to choose from, three cards to choose from. I don't know why I say piles. You have three cards to choose from, and the way this works, if you've never done a pick-a-card reading, is to feel what calls to you, choose the pile that calls out to you and says, pick me, pick me, pick me. And if you don't have a connection to your intuition, then just choose whatever image stands out or number stands out. So you have card number 1, which is a castle. Card number 2, which is some type of lady in a gown. Pile number 3, which is some type of paralysis or dream state. All right, I will give you a moment to go ahead and choose. Hello, pile number 1. This is your reading for what is next. What's coming next? So we've got castle here. So potentially, and there's a moon here too, so we've got cycles as well. So maybe some type of cycle is coming to completion. And especially there's a full moon coming up too. What is that? What date is that? Oh, I just saw a card underneath the couch, which I'm going to give to you because I noticed a change for the better. So something good. So it looks like that maybe there are some cycles that have been completing out here, and maybe you're going to be moving on to bigger and better things. And you have King of Wands. King of Wands, and what else, Spirit? King of Wands and Knight of Wands. So we've got the King and the Knight. And the Knight, yeah, the Knight of Wands, and then the Sun. So you got some opposing energy though, because they're facing away from each other. But then coming together. So potentially something is coming together that was at one point in going in two different directions. So this could be a person or, a new path or a path, but for the better. There's lots of nature, beauty, and sunshine in all of this. So, and like, especially with springtime right now, things are blossoming. So in your life right now, things are just, it's like springtime. Everything's like blossoming, and the seeds that were planted in the winter are now, coming, they're starting to grow. They're starting to blossom here. And this castle though, tell me about this castle, Spirit. Let's pull from this deck. Loneliness. Okay, so yeah, there was some isolation here. We'll take trust as well. There was some isolation with this. So when you build up this kind of fortress type structure, there's some type of self-protection going on there. So I'm wondering if potentially there was some resistance to something where you felt scared and that you needed to protect yourself. And so you built up this like fortress around yourself, but it was a very lonely experience. Not something that, unites. There's a lot of uniting energy here. And especially with that moon too, that moon energy. So whatever this is, either it's a need to come out of that, to come back into the sun, into the light, like this is, it's summertime, it's going to be summertime soon. It's spring. It's, like time to come back out of this fortress. So it looks like you've built something up, to protect yourself, but it's caused a lot of loneliness for you. But to trust, I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly, is to trust that, things do work out, that life is like this beautiful place, too, that it's not, that you don't always need to go out and wear your armor, that you can, let your guard down. Let your guard down. And it looks like, it's headed into this, sunny, more abundantly beautiful in the sense of like, beauty. It doesn't, I'm not seeing a whole lot in regards to like, oh, more money or more this or whatever. Just more of your engagement with life, your presence in life, that you're going to be like out in nature and fully appreciating it. And potentially for some, appreciating it with another person. That you're going to, that those moments won't go like, they won't be tainted by the, the fear energy. That you'll have let down your guard, that you'll be able to fully embrace and be present with the beauty of life and this world and your relationships and, even your job, like just that you'll be able to fully engage in a much more present way. Lunar eclipse. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yes. So this is, there's some type of moon phase. It's a phase. It's, where it's something that you have outgrown. Lunar eclipse, open the door to a higher dimension. So there's this new moon that's, not new moon, sorry, this full moon that's coming up. Prepare for that. Do the I do occasionally moon stuff, but I'm not a huge, like, I don't know a whole lot about what you're supposed to do during each like moon phase, but this one, go on Google and look up what you can do to become in the proper, like alignment for shifting into a different timeline, because that's huge for you is right now is to use this full moon. Open the door to a higher dimension. Yes. And like, too, this is all very much like, this goes somewhere, but it doesn't go back inside. It's like outside. It goes to like another realm of like nature and outdoor and like the beauty of the world. You're like going into the beauty of everything. Tell me more, Spirit, about this door, this higher dimension that's opening up for them. What does it look like? What does it look like? What does it feel like? Okay, you got the Tower. A collapse of all of this. Collapse of the loneliness, the self-limiting beliefs about life and, the death, a completely new, to the ending of one way of being, a complete restructuring of self. That it's like, because without the demolition of something, you can't build you can't make a new target until you've knocked down whatever was there before, which is, that's a terrible example. I have no interest in shopping at Target, teach their own, but you can't build the new you until the old structure has, not everything has to be broken down. All of you doesn't necessarily need to be broken down. We want to keep the aspects of ourselves that are working for us, that are in total alignment with who we actually are, and everything else needs to fall apart. So for you, there's, a disclaimer on this is that everything there's going to be a new, what is going on here? Sorry, I've never actually looked deeply at this card. There's going to be a new you emerging here too, because it's like the statue hand is like popping up. There's going, yeah, a new you emerging, and that it's just a complete shift here. How else, Spirit? How else is this? How is it looking? The Hanged Man, completely new perspective, seeing life completely differently, totally differently. You're not going to be seeing life at all the same way. Oh, right there too. The 10 of, which it changes everything. Oh, what's this too? Sorry, I'm just taking all these cards now. Okay, we're gonna keep taking these because they're just so beautiful. After this shift here, after this shift, this crumbling of what no longer, is you, and you feel like reborn, and it's almost like a spiritual awakening too. It can be a spiritual awakening in the most severe degree of spiritual awakening, or it could just be, like, I don't like this thing about my life, and this is going to fall away. And it does. It looks like it's just sort of happening, that you're just sort of being pulled through time here and being guided to this, that it's all just going to fall away. And that what it leaves, or what not leaves, but what it's going to help you build towards is a better, more fulfilling life, a life that reflects who you truly are, and not one of this fortress. Because what does the fortress keep out? It doesn't just keep out the pain and whatever it is that you're trying to protect yourself from, but it keeps out everything. It keeps out even the good things, even the things that you would like. So once that guard comes down and you're able to come back and embrace life, there's an energetic draw here. It looks like just, sorry, I don't know, I'm getting, it's a very, very beautiful thing here that's going to be started. It's new. The Fool too. The Fool, the start of a new journey, a new way of thinking, and a new journey for you. One that's more fulfilling, way more fulfilling than sitting safe inside in this castle. Yeah, that felt safe, but was it, fulfilling? Fulfilling is the key word there. Okay, so let's pull from this deck here. What else would you like to say about this spirit? High Priestess, where are we not? Okay, let's fill in the gap here. I hate covering up the sun there, though. It's so beautiful. Dana, High Priestess, you have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teaching. So truly stepping up to your highest potential. And she's got that moon on her forehead there. There's lots of connection to your intuition, and seeing how the darkness has shaped you. Seeing how taking the lessons that you learned in your life that may have taken you to a place that you felt as though you needed to build this castle, and taking those lessons and learning the lesson. This is what this phase is about. It's that you're taking the lessons and you're actually looking at them and going, what have they taught me? What knowledge have I gained as a person, as a soul, as, this divine being? What lessons did they serve for me, as opposed to getting lost in them and letting them, take you into a place that you felt like you needed to just protect yourself. So it's the acknowledgement and the thankfulness too of what lessons in your life have come along to teach you something, and to not let them keep you stuck somewhere. All right, what else, Spirit? Work, achievement, success, and that you can do more in life. We are not, maybe for some, I can't tell you what every soul on this planet's soul contracts were, but I can almost guarantee you that that most of us aren't here to do the solo path, the being on top of a mountain, praying type of path. That's most of us have incarnated to interact with each other and witness parts of ourselves in the mirror of another person, and to learn lots and lots and lots about ourselves and life and experience with everybody else around us. That's why they're all here. We wouldn't be here with all these other souls if we weren't meant to learn something with them. So knowing that everybody else here, you can achieve more with them than without. So that's for somebody. If you're feeling like you're like, maybe you've canceled on a lot of commitments lately, and it's time to work together to achieve something. And let's see, rat, someone working against you behind your back. Yeah, like maybe there is this kind of feeling that of like, maybe first, okay, specifically there's going to be a message for somebody, is this kind of fear of other people's agenda. And you've been on this planet long enough to know that you can always take care of yourself. There's nothing to, just because other people are sometimes up to something doesn't mean that everybody is up to something, or that you need to constantly be on the lookout for other people's motives and their agendas. You can let that go. Spirit wants you to know is that more people are actually of an ant mind than a rat mind. More people are cooperative and wanting to work together than they are, trying to do something that's going to annoy you or bad or evil, or whatever, is that and to also know that, energetically speaking, we get what we expect. And especially if you are engaging with your environment in a suspicious way or a guarded way, people can feel that. And you're not as likely to say something that's going to put them in an energy of love and connectedness if you are approaching them with an energy of, what are you up to? Or how are you going to hurt me? Or how are you going to annoy me? Or, there's a need to see others as cooperative, and that most people on this planet want to help others as well. And that, think about the moments in your life when you've done something good and it was like unexpected, and you just randomly like helped somebody and you just happened to be in the situation and you were like, wow, I really stepped up, and how good you felt about that. And it was like, wow, thank God I was there to help. is that most people are like that all the time. And they just, most of the time, are kind of on autopilot, where, you know, so many things have snowballed and affected them throughout the day. They'll feel, you know, they'll have something. Oh, the main message, I won't get into, I mean, there's so many different situations, is the main message with all that Spirit wants me to tell you is that you never know the experiences of somebody's day. So when somebody honks at you in traffic or yells at you at the grocery store, or, you know, whatever the situation, know that that's not that person all the time. That maybe their day was, you know, led to that point. So give people grace is basically the message there. It's a very strange message, but, you know, it's not a strange one. It's an important one, because think about the trick. I always think about it as the what do you call those? The ripple effect. Is that the ripple effect of kindness is so powerful, and you can change somebody's day for the better with just one act of kindness. Somebody could be having the worst day, and then you gave them a little grace and a moment of grouchiness for them, and it can just melt somebody. That is a superpower. Look at kindness as a superpower and not a weakness. There we go. That's the point that I wanted, that Spirit was trying to get me to, is that kindness is a superpower and not a weakness. Release. Surrender. We shower you with blessings of radiant love. Open your arms and release the challenges that you've held lightly gripped within your hands. Open your hands, arms, and heart to our love and assistance. So yes, release anything that is limiting you to love. It's all really about love. And I don't hate to be all woo-woo about love, but love is like, it is the most important thing. It really is. It is what we truly are. We are just this like weird mush mash of love, and it's all that's the core of us. The truth of us is that we are these beings of love, and we're just covered in all this other weird negative energy, and holding on this negative energy from past experiences or whatever, you know. And so at the core of, imagine it's like the when you dip the ice cream into multiple different things and like different toppings and stuff, at the core there's an ice cream flavor. You're that ice cream. No, at the very core it's the popsicle stick. It is the popsicle stick. Or the ice cream stick, whatever. That's the core of you, is you're just this love stick, you know, covered by that's a bad example, because ice cream and toppings are really good. There's nothing negative about that, in my opinion. All right, I'm going to pull one last card, and that'll be your reading for the day. Now I really want some ice cream. I want some ice cream. Sensitivity. You are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings. Yes, with this full moon is very important for you. You're going to be extra, super duper sensitive, especially if you are stepping out from one phase into a new phase, and you're literally stepping out of your comfort zone, which means total vulnerability around other people and letting people potentially hurt you. Oh, it's scary. It is scary. But you have to just let people do the weird stuff that they do. And when you expect love and kindness, it shows up for you. It shows up, and really become that, because everybody is just a mirror to yourself. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if there if there's, this energetic wall of, self-protection going on for you, is that, maybe ask yourself if you're experiencing a lot of discomfort from other people, is that, ask yourself where maybe this lies a little bit in yourself, is that, people are mirrors to things that are going on within ourselves as well. So just keep that in mind. All right, pile number 1, that was your reading, and I hope that all resonated. If you could please like this video and subscribe to my channel, it would really help me grow. And I hope to see you on a future reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. This is your reading for what is next. What is the next thing? Ooh, my back. Maybe some of you are getting up and stretching and finally getting back to moving again. I don't know. But this is the card you chose is actor celebrity. So maybe there's some type of fame and attention, adoration from somewhere, someone. But it looks like you are receiving some type of admiration. Let's see. Spirit, do you want to tell me anything? The devil. Okay. What else, Spirit? Like, tell me something here. Knight of Wands. We got that in the last reading. And the moon. We've got lots of moon energy. So this new moon, or not new moon, why do I keep saying new moon? This full moon coming up might be really important for you because we got lots of moon energy in the last reading. So, I see some passion here, but then there's some toxicity going on as well. Pull a few more cards here. See what we got going on with the moon. Egg and cracked cup. Success assured with good plans and hard work. Dissatisfaction with life. Okay, so I wasn't wrong about that. It looked, in her face, it looked a little bit like, just a little bit dissatisfied, but I didn't want to read too much into it yet. But it looks like, I don't know, you're somewhere good and maybe there's a little bit of dissatisfaction with that you've received some type of here I am and like some type of success, but there's dissatisfaction with it for some reason. And because success assured with good, with good plans. So you definitely have gotten somewhere, but then have found that maybe, or just this lingering dissatisfaction with it. That it's, let's see, what's the dissatisfaction about? What is this dissatisfaction about? What you're creating. What is it about what you're creating? What don't you like about it? What don't they like about it, Spirit? Or what's the dissatisfaction about it? Wanting to walk away. Let's take this other one. Wanting to walk away and create something new. So it's just, there's no specifics here. Whatever it is, you're dissatisfied with it and it's no longer serving. Maybe there's some sort of toxicity here or something that feels off about it. And this kind of wanting to like go off and like create something new, like go off and be creative elsewhere. And I wonder if it's kind of, yeah, it's like this moon, this full moon coming up is very important for this. For all of this it's very, very important. Okay. So, what do you, let's see. What else does Spirit want to say? I don't really have any specific questions right now. I trust my gifts. So, Spirit is, I guess they're saying that wherever you want to go. That no matter if it's something that you are aligned with, that you're always going to, it's always going to be good. Everything's always going to work out in that direction. So to trust that whatever is your calling, whatever you feel passionate about, whatever that you do in life that makes you happy, that whatever direction that is for you, is to trust it, to go with it. To always go in the direction of trust, and that things, yeah, they work out when I am in alignment with my highest self, with the things that fulfill me. Let's see. Positive action. I focus on the beauty in me and find silence. I live and honor the present by doing what I can do now. What I cannot change, I let go and entrust to God. Yeah, this is all about trust. And I live and honor the present by doing what I can do now. So honor, this is a full, like, go ahead and especially with the full moon coming up, is to honor the transitions that you want to make in your life, and to not just stay in limited situations that don't quite fulfill you just because maybe there's money there or success or whatever it is that you feel that you have achieved in something. It even could be relationship too, is that if you've been in something, for whatever, a long time, but it doesn't fulfill you, that it's, if it doesn't fulfill you, it doesn't fulfill you, that's, it doesn't matter how much money or success that you have in something. If it does not feed your soul, it's no good. It's never going to, oh gosh, I don't know why I'm like stumbling on this. How is it that you want me to word this? Every single time I try to say something, Spirit's like, not like that, not like that, not like that. That you didn't come here to live a life of this. You didn't come here to live behind a facade of happiness or false self. If you are not being your authentic self within something, and you don't feel happy when you're doing it, then you are denying yourself your fullest potential. You will have lived a life denying yourself of something that would make you truly happy. That's the message. Sorry, Spirit just wanted me to slow down a little bit. Well, let that sink in, I guess. Spirit's just like, let that sink in for a minute. Let that sink in for them. Familiar. Listen and learn. Listen and learn. Blue moon. More moon energy. Yes, this new, or not new, why do I keep saying new moon? This full moon is so important for you. You are ready. Make your masterpiece. I did a reading a little bit ago, and it was talking about the masterpiece of your life and what it would look like, and if you're putting on all the paint on the canvas, what would it look like to you? Would you be just using one paint, or would you be using the most expensive, paint that, like everybody else uses? It's the greatest, most highest reviewed from whatever, paint, but you don't like it. You hate its consistency. You don't even like the color choices that are available. You think it's terrible, but everybody else loves it, and everybody else, that's that vibe. Is that make your masterpiece and make it be one that's in alignment with your values and what you love. Because trust and believe, at the end of your life, you're not going to be thinking about all the money you made or the fame that you achieved, or maybe your relationship too. Like if for some, maybe this reading is more relationship vibes for you, and you've got all the Instagram photos of, like these perfect moments, but the relationship at home is actually anything but. At the end of your life, none of that's going to matter. You're going to think about, what if I had done that thing? What if I had gone for something that I was so in love with? What if I took that path, that random path? Where would it have led? But there's no time now because it's the end. I'll never know, I guess. Not in this life, at least. That's not where you want to be. No. Take the path. Take the path of happiness always. Always, always, always. You'll never regret it. There's no regret on the happy path. 3 of Cups. Love that. Let's just cover up this lady. Time for a new adventure. And it might mean, it's sometimes when you take the path less traveled, you see in movies where people, they just do the thing and all of a sudden everything, is just like great and groovy and they're there. And it's just, sometimes there are struggles along the way. Not all paths are just like short and, a straight line. And most are, think about everything it took you to get to where you're at right now. Maybe for some it was, an easy path, but for a lot of people, there's lots of different like little, side roads and crazy here and there. And you didn't get here just, by opening your eyes one day and you were here. You made choices, different choices. And so if you are down a path that doesn't feel fulfilling, then you can equally and easily make choices that are in alignment with a path that leads to something more fulfilling. It's just making different choices. And so Spirit wants you to know is that you can do it. That it's, that it's just a choice. It's all up to you. It's really, and like too, there's this idea of something that's like out there. I love this too, is this sort of like, what's out there? What's beyond? And the celebration of that is to look out there and go, ooh, what could be? And to fully, and that you're not alone in that too. That there's a lot of people that struggle with this same thing, is being somewhere that's like, yeah, I'm successful in it, but does it feed me? It feeds me in the material, but does it feed my soul? What's this temperance about, Spirit? What's this temperance about? The Empress, the Activist, the Ace of Cups. Heart aligned is taking, maybe even two for some, is that how can you make what you already have into something that's more heart focused, something that is, there is a message for some, for some is that you can take to what you already have and make it, try to transition into something that feels more in alignment with what would make you happy. But if you're working at like a corporate job, like, I don't know how you could do that, but peace be with you. I will pray for you. Yeah, for some, if you are already within something, try to look at it and see how you can make things a little bit more fulfilling. This is really what it's all about, is being in love with what you do. Like that you wake up every day and you're like, oh man, I am in love. I am in love. I'm in love. I'm in love. And I don't know. I don't know if there's any changing that. All right, let's pull one last card and that'll be the finish of your reading. Ooh, undying love. I love that. Spirit ends me with a mic drop. The love you have shared is eternal regardless of the situation. So it's all about love. It really is. This whole thing, the whole experience, it all stems back to love. Look, I mean, all you have to do is go on Google, search NDEs, and then you'll find a common theme, and they all include love. What's it all about? Oh, it's about love. Oh, just love. It's literally, that's all you have to do in life is just love, love, love. Love yourself, love the people around you, love what you do. That is the highest energy. That is what you are made up of. That is everything. It is everything, and that's all that matters. With that song, there's all you need is love, love, love is all you need. All right, that was your reading. I hope that all resonated. If you could please like this video and subscribe to my channel, it would really help me grow. And I hope to see you on a future reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. This is your reading for what is next. What is next? You're going to be sucked up into a portal and looks like you're going to be shot into some other type of dimension. You might be frozen there for a while, maybe in like some type of trance. You're wearing all white, so hopefully no one spills any like drinks on you, because that might be awkward. No, that is not what's. Could you imagine if my channel was just giving advice like that? Just totally out there. But you know, it's already out there what I'm doing. So, you know, some people would call this crazy. All right, but you're the crazy one. You're actually listening to the advice from just some weirdo on YouTube. All right, paralysis. Paralysis. Let's see what you got here. Don't be in paralysis. Don't get stuck. Don't get scared. You don't want to get scared. Why are you so scared? Are you stuck and like frozen, like, oh no, I can't make a step forward? Tell me about this. Tell me about this, Spirit. What's going on with them? Something in your heart? Something going on with your heart? No. We don't want you. So, forward movement from some type of heart situation that has caused you some feelings of a whirlwind of paralysis and stuckness and like, ooh, and but wanting to move on from it, it looks like, but maybe you will be. Yeah, tell me more about this. What happened to them? What happened to you? What happened to you, pile number 3? Who hurt you? Page of Swords. Some type of clarity within yourself. So maybe you realized something about yourself and you were like, I need to move forward. Or you want to move forward, but you feel like stuck. And you've realized there's something that you can't unknow about yourself now. And you're like, I can't go back. I can't go back. And there ain't no going back. There ain't no going back. Why is there no going back? Why is there no going back? What do I want to pull from this deck? Why is there no going back? Why is there no going back? Valor, 7 of Wands, because you are standing your ground this time. And you are wanting more for yourself. You are wanting so much more for yourself, and you are like, I'm not going to take any less. I'm not taking any less. And that you want, if this is about love for some, this is a general read, but for those that, if this was resonating about love, you want a better, more connected relationship. But for others, you just want something more fulfilling, more connected, something that when you wake up in the mornings and you start your day, that you just like are skipping around. You're skipping around because you're like, oh my gosh, like this is my life. That's what you want. And wherever you are coming from, you are like, oh, I'm definitely not going back there. I can't go back. No one is going to ever, like, I would rather do something that would be out of alignment with everybody else around me. I would rather stoop to some other type of low. That's the energy here, is that there's this sort of like stooping to some other type of low than ever go back to where, like, not a low, like I'm talking about, like, let's say you would, if you were in a relationship, for those that resonate with a relationship, if you were in a relationship, you would rather be like single for forever, or not forever, but for a very long time. You would rather like be very alone for a long time than ever go back to relationships that were completely unfulfilling. Or for those maybe like in a job situation, that you would rather go like walk dogs on, what do you call it? That Rover, is it Rover? I don't know, whatever, the dog walking thing where people are making like $12 a walk. And no shade to that, because that is, I actually think that's really awesome and wonderful. And I was looking into it because cool, it gets you outside, but it just doesn't pay that much. That's the whole, the vibe that I'm trying to give, is that, or like Uber Eats, it's like, what do you make, like $3 a delivery and then whatever tip they might give you, is that type of energy, that you would rather do things that are out of your norm than go back to something that, and basically you would take a cut somewhere, then go back to something that was unfulfilling. That's the energy of this. And Spirit's here for it. Spirit is here for it. And they're like, yeah, no, why would you go back to that, right? Hold on. Let me make sure. Let's make sure where are we moving on to here, though, Spirit? What is it? Where are we moving to? Coven, power of sisterhood. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. We're moving on to the power of sisterhood, being in your power with like-minded people, finding the people that are like-minded in the situations that are like-minded, and where you're going to grow, where you're going to blossom into who you truly are, with situations and people that are in alignment with your highest self, and that you're no longer feeling stuck anymore. You're not stuck. You never were stuck. You never were stuck. Never were stuck. What do we got here? The world is blessed to have you. And there, look at the sun. The sun rises. The sun is rising. So coming out into life and showing the world who you really are and who you truly are. And that's all this energy is that you are just so done with pretending to be somebody that you're not. Or just being somewhere that is unfulfilling to you. That you're just like, no, I'm never going back to that. You're going to have to take me dragging and screaming, but I'm never going back to that. And that you're showing up in the world totally yourself, totally who you actually are. And yeah, it's beautiful. I love this sun coming up. This sun is this sort of like new day, new era, especially on the world too here, showing up like coming over with the whole world. And like and then the expanse of all of the universe is that anything is possible out there. Like if you want to go find an alien and ride around in a spaceship around in space, that's this vibe. It's like something like you don't want to be where you were anymore. You're like, I'm ready for riding in spaceships with aliens and going and being with the like-minded people, the people and the situations that feel good to me, that feel so good, and that you're never stuck. You're never stuck. Why do they feel so stuck? Why do they feel so stuck? I keep getting reminded to let you know you're not stuck. Why do they feel so stuck? Some past energy you ain't done with, that you're struggling with. Yeah, that kind of feels like there might be, like a stronghold. Something from the past has a very strong hold over you. For those that resonate with relationship stuff, this could be a person, a relationship, maybe just there's just a lot of attachments there. A lot, for a career, it's just there's a lot of attachments to something in the past that maybe at one time even fulfilled you, or you thought it did, and it no longer does now, and that you're just like, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this. And so Spirit really wants you to know it's time. It's time to move forward, and you're not stuck. That you are never going to unknow what you know. You are never going to unknow what you know, so you may as well start making the steps forward. You can't go back. Guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. So you're going to have to release the past and move forward. There's nothing There's nothing there for you anymore. Innocence. Beloved one, everyone is guiltless in truth, as no one can alter God's handiwork of perfection. Give us your feelings of heaviness so we can lighten your load. Give us any guilt. That's interesting. We just got guilt. Give us any guilt, anger, or blame that may shroud your loving outlook. Enjoy the peace within your heart once more. Yes, yes, yes. Just let go. That's really like ultimately what it's about, is just letting go and trusting that everything sort of just like works out. Momentum too is that once you've released and you have like kind of a, what's the word? You've released the old and you're in a moment where you're like, okay, I've released everything. Now, where am I headed? Is that the stuck, sorry. The stuck energy is because there is this, you're over here and you're over here, or wanting to be over here. You can't, there's a moment where you're always just struggling. And you need to make a choice. You need to make a choice here. You have the Lovers. It's all about choices. And like, there's a choice that needs to be made and you're stuck in the in-between of it. And struggling with that is am I staying back here? But you can't, I already know the answer over here. The thing is if you stay where you were or keep going back to something, is that you're always going to come to the same realization of the same thing. It's going to be the same pattern that repeats over and over and over again. And this is very circular here, this paralysis. Here we go again, here we go again, here we go again, here we go again, here we go again. It's the same thing. It just keeps cycling around and you're just stuck in this cycle over and over and over. And the way to get out of that stuckness is to make the choice. To make the choice that you're not going to do it anymore. And to release anything that might be holding you in this same situation or relationship or whatever. Release whatever it is that's holding you there. Because whether it be some type of limited belief or maybe some, past trauma that makes you think that you're unworthy of more or whatever it is, let that go and heal that so you can move forward. Let it go, let it go. Spirit doesn't want to see you stuck, and neither do I. Look at you. You're just spinning around. That's going to get dizzy, man. You're going to get so sick. Okay, wheel. Indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. Exactly. You're just going to be in it over and over and over again. Okay, once they get out of there though, tell me something about once they get out of this cycle. Ooh, what do we got? Archway. New opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. Beautiful. What else do we have? Mountain road. You are on the road to success. I love it. I love it. I love it. Is that just everything just sort of opens up. It opens up. Once you've ended anything that's holding you back here and these other things, take the lesson, because the things that you experience aren't meant to just drag you through life over and over and over and over again. They're not meant to do that. You're meant to gain some type of knowledge from any type of situation that happens to you that feels chaotic or crazy or painful. Those are just learning things. They're not meant to keep dragging you. And if you're staying in the pain or experience of something over and over and over again, you have to ask yourself, why? What was the lesson here? Take the lesson and move forward. You're not just you don't have to keep doing the same lesson over and over. That's why you are the type of person that has dreams about being in class, and you have been in class all this time, and oh no, I didn't do any of the work, and that you're like failing the course because you didn't do any of the work. This is that. I bet you. Comment down below if you are the type of person that has had those dreams where you're in class and there's some type of classroom aspect to your dreams. And it's this repeating dream over and over about classroom, that you didn't do this or you didn't do that and you're still in school, or that you're like an adult and you've been in school still and you keep doing, like you've repeated the same grade over and over and over again. Why are you still in school? You're like 40 years old. Anyways, I mean elementary school. Like that's the dream is you're still in elementary school, and why are you still there? You're 40. All right, pile number 3. No. Let's leave him with one last. We'll leave him with a let's leave him with an angel card. Angel card. Angels, spirits. Compassion. Soften your heart with respect to this situation and all the people involved, including yourself. Yeah, be kind to yourself. Always be kind to yourself. You're probably really hard on yourself, aren't you? You probably are actually the type of person, the person that would get stuck in the same cycle over and over again is the type of person that's very hard on themselves. So be kind to yourself. All right, pile number 3, that was your reading. I hope that all resonated. If you could please like this video and subscribe to my channel, it would really help me grow. And I hope to see you on a future reading. Bye.